What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back to my unit review series for Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Gharnef, the man who has been going to a dermatologist because he does look young in Heroes. But these are the topics I'm going to be talking about in this video, so let us begin.
Darkness consumes all!
Gharnef is a red mage and we've got a lot of those for free, and his stat line is definitely all over the place. His speed is the strongest stat that he has got, but his defenses aren't really all that high to be called bulky, but it is pretty decent for a mage, and his base attack is definitely low at base 30, and his stat line is pretty wonky. So that's not really all that good at lower merges, but with high merges, this balanced stat line could be nice and you could probably run something like a close counter build on him. So he comes with Imhulu, his signature weapon, and this gives him +3 resistance, which is actually pretty good because he does not have very high resistance. So with this, he does have a pretty balanced bulk, and at start of turn 3, he deals 5 damage to non-magical units, and by non-magical, they just mean anyone who does not have a tome. So he deals 5 damage to non-mages, and 5 columns from where he's centered, he's going to be inflicting all of the foes who are not mages with the Candlelight status, so they're not really able to counter-attack when you initiate attack on them. And this is pretty good because you can actually pair him up with a lot of glass cannons who do not really have bulk to take hits, and you can use this Candlelight status to good use. But the problem is that it only happens on turn 3. The 5 damage he deals is pretty pathetic. I really wish it was 7 or at least 10, but 5 damage I guess is enough to break skills like Armored Boots and Weapon Refines of Alm and Ephraim. So they can be useful there, and it can also break stuff like attack speed push, but that's pretty much it. It's not really going to be pushing units into the brazen range, so that's good I guess. But overall, this weapon is pretty situational. It can be pretty nice if you pair him up with someone like Reed, who really wants to have these kinds of effects on his foes. So it's gonna be nice, and for ether raids, you could definitely try to build a team around him and just stall the enemy, I guess, with your structures, and on turn 3 he's gonna be having this effect on those foes. And for ether raid defense team, I guess he could be a fun unit if you pair him up with Fallen Takumi and Bold Tower. His slotty skill is Mirror Stance. It is a decent skill for him and definitely gives him the much needed attack and resistance, I guess, in the enemy phase. But Fury is a better slotty skill for him because it does increase his speed, and that's his strongest stat. His slotty skill is Chill Attack, which inflicts -7 debuff on the enemy who has got the highest attack on the map from his tome, and his slotty skill, it does look like he wants to support a lot of the glass cannon allies. And Chill Attack can be useful on those glass cannon if you're running something like Heavy Blade on them, so Chill Attack can be productively used there. And his special is Ignis, which takes way too long. Something like Moonbow is better for him, and it doesn't really give him all that much damage because his defense isn't really all that high. So Gharnef overall is a pretty underwhelming unit, especially if you compare him to some of the other red free mages that we have got like Aversa and Arvis. They are just way better with their utility and their stat line. And Imhulu, I guess, is a unique weapon, so that's something. You can definitely pair it up with some glass cannon units and use someone like Reed, I guess. And it does come with Chill Attack, which is a premium skill, so you can definitely fodder him off with that skill because you do get 3 copies of him right now. And Mirror Stance is definitely not the skill you want to fodder him off for because Sylvia does have that, and Chill Attack is a pretty good skill if you want to put that on your cheerleaders like Marth or Male Corrin. So they are nice buff bots, and Chill Attack can definitely help you in arena against these really high attack armor units. And you can definitely use it with Heavy Blade on someone like Legendary Ephraim, who has a relatively free sloppy skill. And that's pretty much the use of Chill Attack. Have that on your buff bots for your arena team.
Cower before him, Hulu!
His first build is a budget build, and you just have to give him Quick Repulse Sacred Seal, Hone Attack, and Drawback. So Hone Attack with Imhulu's effect is pretty nice for making allies stronger, so that they can go in and get the knockouts when he inflicts the Candlelight status on foes. And his second build is also a budget build, so it has got double Savage Blow, and it does go pretty well with the 5 damage that Imhulu is going to be doing. And it can definitely be used to weaken foes and have your allies just go in and get the kills. And Fury, as I said, is much better skill for him because he could definitely use this and increase his speed and do much more in the player phase. His third build is also a budget build, but it's a really creative build with Fury and Desperation that I'm sure you have never really seen before. So Fury, as I said, is good, and Desperation can be nice if you give him Speed Seal, but still he needs more speed support because 39 speed is not really enough with the fast units that we have got. And because Gharnef has got pretty good bulk for a mage, he can comfortably get into the Desperation range, which is nice. His fourth build is an Arena Assault utility build, so Axebreaker is there with Triangle Adept to check stuff like Legendary Hector and Weary Fighter Surtur, and there are a lot of green armor units and green units in general in Arena, so you can be pretty nice against them, and Himulu's effect can help you, and his allies who are glass cannons. And Double Savage Blow can help with the chip damage, and his fifth build is a rather expensive build with close counter, and he can easily reach 49 attack and 38 defense with this build. And Moonbow is there to get more one-round KOs. You could run close defense seal on him, but attack defense bond does give him that attack. You can actually replace his weapon and give him a speed refined owl tome, and with just having 2 allies near him, he can reach 40 speed and avoid doubles, so that can be useful if that's your thing. But he's gonna be missing out on some power, and of course his Imhulu effect, which is pretty unique. And his final build is a max investment build. This is assuming that eventually we're going to be getting red dual infantry. I mean, it's probably on the way. And using this, you can make him as a cheerleader with chill attack, and Imulu's effect can be pretty useful if you have got an enemy who has got their ether charged up or any kind of threatening special. So in that case, the bonus unit can definitely use the Imulu's effect, but it is definitely situational. But the only problem is that we have got other red mages like Arvis, who can definitely make much better use of red dual infantry and support you every turn with ploys, because even at plus 10 merge, Gharnef does not have enough resistance to run ploys that comfortably. So that's his build, and he could use a Blade Tome build on him, I guess, but for that, Tharja is just much better. And if you're going to be upgrading Gharnef, you're probably going to be doing that for his unique Imulu effect.
The world will end.
Wind Blessing is the best blessing for him because it does have offensive units, and Reed makes fantastic use of Imulu's effect on turn 3, so he can double all of the foes who are affected by Imulu, and those are going to be non-mages. And if the foe is a mage, then Reed can a lot of the times just one-shot them because he has got really high base attack. And Reed's defense bonus can help you if you're running an Owl Tome or a close counter build with Gharnef, and that's really useful, especially if you're at low merges with him. And Legendary Lucina can give him the speed boost, which is his strongest stat, as I said, and Gharnef can do much better offensively, and he can just check the green units for Legendary Lucina. And Ganthra definitely likes the chill attack debuff because of her Blizzard Tome, and with her Legendary boost, Gharnef can definitely have the ability to run ploys if you run Fury on him, so that's good. And finally, we have got Legendary Lucina, which can be nice if you run a more offensive build on Gharnef, because the attack boost and speed tactic will definitely help.
I am undying.
For his teammates, you want to run glass cannons who don't really have a very high defense, or just in general any kind of bulk. They can definitely make good use of Imulu's effect and just go in on the third turn. And Grandeur Battalions like Fallen Takumi and Garen also have the same turn 3 preferred weapons, so you can definitely use them together with him and build some kind of a meme defense team on Ether Raid, so that can be done. And Gale Force abusers who can just go in and get the kills on turn 3 are pretty nice as well. And low defense armor killers like Hinoka and Mikaya definitely appreciate the Imulu's effect on turn 3 so that they can get some free damage on the armor units. And as I said, he can be nice on Ether Raids with a Bolt Tower, so that can be done if you want to use Gharnef in Ether Raids. And it's really easy to counter someone like Gharnef with his stat line, so powerful mages are not going to be affected by Imulu's effect and can easily destroy him and his allies. And recurring blue arena threats are definitely going to be annoying for Gharnef.
Imhulu!
Now let's take a look at some of the reasons why you may or may not want to upgrade Gharnef to 5-star rarity. So as I said before, he can be a fun unit to be used in defense team for Ether Raids, especially if you have not sold your soul to the devil for using Reinhardt, Veronica, and a dancer. So if you want to build that kind of defense team, Gharnef can be nice. And Imulu's effect is rather underwhelming, but it's a unique effect. So that's worth upgrading, I guess, if you want to get the taste of that kind of effect. There are a lot of reasons why you may not want to upgrade him. There are just many better free-to-play units that you want to upgrade before him, like a Versa, Arvis, which are going to be helping you a lot more, and they provide consistent utility. And if you already have a lot of red mages, there isn't really much incentive to upgrade him. And not to mention, he has got that wonky stat line and a situational preferred weapon. And there are a lot of good red mages that you can just use, like Tharja, Leon, Sophia, in place of him in the roles which Gharnef can do. And we can also take a look at some of the reasons why you may or may not want to invest into him with your Heroic Grails. So Heroic Grails is pretty nice for Gharnef because he's got a balanced stat line. It can scale up really well with a close counter build if that's something you want to go for, and he does have more speed than Sophia, so it can be nice for avoiding doubles, and because of his preferred weapon, he does score 750 in Arena if you give him a dual skill. And reasons for not investing are once again a lot, because Arvis Aversa are better candidates and they do make a better arena cheerleader because of their consistent utility. And whenever our dual infantry comes out, there are going to be better free to play units, and also common units like Marth and Mail Korin are also pretty good candidates for that. And even at plus 10 merge, as I said, he doesn't have enough resistance to run ploys, and he has got a lot of competition, so it's not looking all that good for him. So that's going to be it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please be sure to leave a like. And if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. And let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to be upgrading Gharnef to 5-star or not. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.